Another question was how many countries does it take to make a virus a pandemic? And the answer is there's actually not a strict definition. WHO, which is the World Health Organization, meets and decides when something is a pandemic. A pandemic is when a disease has spread to many countries or continents. And it wasn't until I think it was last Tuesday that this was officially declared a pandemic. Let's see, are there any other middle school questions? How do you know if you have it? We talked about that. And that's all the questions that had been submitted to me. I'm going to give a couple more minutes to see if you all have any more questions at all.
Dr. Frank Carlos has a question.
Go ahead.
He was wondering if you would talk a little bit about if you know or what we know about where it started.
Yes. So this disease started in Wuhan, China. Wuhan is a big city in China, and we think it started at an illegal seafood market. And at that seafood market, bats were being sold. And in that country, some people eat bats. And so the thought is that some people ate the infected bats, and that's how this disease moved from animals to humans, and that's how people started getting infected. And this seafood market was in a busy part of the city, and it was right next to the train station. And so, because of that, people who were going there were often traveling to other places, and that's part of how the virus spread so fast.
Thank you. And if I could add on that just because it started in China doesn't mean we should call it the Chinese disease and that it could have started anywhere. So to make sure that we're not using this time to be racist towards Chinese people or people of Asian descent.
Absolutely. Thank you for bringing that up. This could have started anywhere that an infected bat would be eaten, and that just happened to be China. We absolutely should not feel like excessive nervous around people who are Asian because anybody can get this disease, unfortunately. And right now, there are more cases outside of China than there are in China. And so it's really important that we shut down rumors of this being a Chinese virus or caused by the Chinese or avoiding Asian people in our communities because we are all susceptible to this. And there are many more cases now outside of China than there were inside of China.
Thank you.
All right, well, I'm going to wrap us up. You're always welcome to ask me questions, but I will share that I've been increasingly busy with taking care of this as a medical provider. And so if it takes me a long time to get back to you, that's why. But you're always welcome to send your questions. You all have a lot of knowledge, and I ask you as a medical provider to please share it with your families and share it with your communities and help people understand that we don't need to personally panic, but we need to be serious about taking actions to keep as many people healthy as possible.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Frank.
So I'm gonna ask students to go ahead and hang up. I'm gonna ask Ms. Solomon to stop recording, and I'm gonna ask faculty to just stay on.